Now I want to bring up on stage a partner. People know him in the Valley, Casey Mayers. Casey has been a co-chair for the Data Center Industry Summit. He's actually been the project manager for this event, and he's worked hard for the last 12 months in recruiting case studies. He's been involved in energy efficiency and data center operations for the past 10 years. He's involved in building about $8 billion worth of data centers all across the world. He's worked for some of the largest high-tech companies here on data centers. He knows his stuff, and we're proud to have him as part of this. Casey Mayers.
Well, good morning, and thank you all so much for coming today. I'm really thrilled to have you all here. We have a fantastic agenda prepared for you, and it wasn't without the help and efforts of a lot of people. And I'll talk about some of those people throughout the day and certainly later today. I am just thrilled to be here, and I'm certainly thrilled and so fortunate to be the co-chair of this, what I think is a phenomenal program that really focuses on energy efficiency in our data centers. Now, the thing that makes this program different and unique is that we focus on really one thing, and that's collaboration, right? And with collaboration and all of us working together to help each other make our data centers more energy efficient, we all get better. And by all of us getting better together, our industry gets more energy efficient. And so this is a unique thing about this summit. We have all end user case studies here to talk to you today. And this all follows my own mantra that saving energy is always saving money. We all know this is especially true in data centers. So reducing energy use has the most economic return and certainly the most impact on reducing carbon impacts, right? As Amory Lovins termed a negawatt, right? Saving energy is always more cost effective and environmentally effective than actually the cleanest form of energy that we can produce. So while we can put data centers in places like Iceland, northern Canada, and Reno, Nevada, and supply them with 100% renewable energy, right? Not everyone has a lot of control over where they can locate their data centers because they are driven by many, many different factors, as we all know. And you'll see case studies here today that are working to produce and make net carbon zero data centers. A fantastic concept and a very challenging one at that. But at the same time, companies have a fiduciary responsibility to control their cost. And as we all know, reducing energy use in data centers has a significant effect on reducing cost. So we're going to see some of the greatest savings, energy and cost-wise, and greatest environmental reduction of environmental impacts that meet our growing user needs through some of these case studies today. Interesting, a couple of facts I want to throw out there. There's an estimated 17 million servers in the US as of last year by IDC, right? And every month, those servers support 2 billion search users, about 500 million shopping users, almost now 1 billion social networking users. Every day, about 100 million daily tweets. Carl, some of those are yours. Nearly all of our financial transactions today are blogging. It's now becoming our go-to source for news, knowledge, entertainment, gaming, travel. And it's also the place where we store our very precious family photos. So this whole all these servers, right, IDC also estimates as last year was about 2.6 million data centers in the US as of the end of last year. Most of those are small server closets, but they go all the way up to very large, big corporate enterprise data centers, which I've been very fortunate to be part of a lot of those in building those. But of those 2.6 million data centers, right, internet traffic, they are the hubs of our internet, right? No doubt about it. Internet traffic last year grew 74%. This year, it's already grown 62%. These are whopping numbers, right? Internet traffic has doubled, has gone up over 10x since 2002. Imagine that, 10x increase since 2002. Folks, I'm here to tell you, we are very fortunate. We are part of a growing business and a growing industry. Most of this growth today is coming from India, Eastern Europe, and the Middle East. Each of those countries, their internet traffic is growing at well over 100% each year. And we're just beginning to accommodate cloud and mobile computing. So think about what our internet traffic is going to be like a few years from now as those technologies really do develop and foster. Now, while our industry has shown very, very, very staggering growth, we become far more efficient and especially focus on what I'm calling an efficiency renaissance in our industry that we've been doing over the last few years. We're providing services at far greater efficiency than we ever have. Amazon reports today they're able to serve twice as many servers on the same power draw as just not that long ago. A recent EPA report shows that the average PUE of US data centers is right around 2, which is half of the infrastructure energy of the world's average PUE for data centers of about 3. Google's reporting that their fleet average PUE for data centers is about 1.2. And I've been so fortunate over the last year to work on several data center designs where we have an annual average energy PUE of below 1.1. So while our best designs are going to reduce our energy infrastructure use to about 5% of our total IT load, we really can make some very simple changes in our existing data centers, from things like changing temperature and humidity settings to air containment. And you're going to see some great case studies today on just those accomplishments. And while our infrastructure use continues to dwindle and become a smaller portion of our total energy use, we're going to continue to focus more and more on the hardware and how we can reduce the energy use of those. And today you're also going to see some really great case studies on software and other IT efficiency projects. EL Insights themselves reported that this efficiency renaissance, as I'm terming it, is expected to increase the US green data center market from about $4 billion today to about $14 billion in 2015. That's a dramatic improvement. You're going to see examples today of some of these new technologies that are coming down the pike during our VC panel. And in that VC panel, you're going to see about new technologies in hardware, new processors, new networking technologies, certainly new software, storage, and even lighting technologies. Really excited for all these. We have 18 end user customer presented case studies today, right, that all focus on efficiency projects, several detailed case studies and studies that have been done in various different subjects to help you further improve the energy efficiency of your data centers. So I really hope you're going to pay close attention to all these case studies today, get the most out of it from our industry experts that are here presenting their case studies and sharing their knowledge from their experiences, and definitely ask really good questions. We have 15 minutes set up at the end of every session for your questions. So ask those good questions, ask the tough questions. Do challenge these folks here today and really get the most from your experience. We do this, we all improve the efficiency of our data centers, we improve the efficiency of the internet, and we improve the efficiency of the world's economy. So we don't need to, and all these things, of course, help us solve our energy challenges. And we don't need to look very far back to really see the effect of this. It was only in 2001, during the California energy crisis hit, and I was working for Exis Communications, the creator of the leased data center market. And at that time, Exis Communications was being blamed as the cause of the California energy crisis with our 40 megawatt load on a 40,000 megawatt system. But nonetheless, our energy efficiency achievements that we had put in place certainly trumped those inaccurate accusations. But it was also at this time that I helped to resurrect the Energy Committee of the Silicon Valley Leadership Group. And that was a great fun thing to do because it was only back in the 1970s that David Packard of HP fame started the Silicon Valley Leadership Group for solving energy issues during the energy crisis of that time. So we're kind of going through a recurring theme here, as you can see. Maybe we can help prevent some of that. So my peers and I led voluntary energy curtailments that prevented many more rolling blackouts. We led energy efficiency initiatives. And it was Carl Gardino of the Silicon Valley Leadership Group and I that also led a group of California elected leaders, along with the governor and many of Silicon Valley's CEOs, talking about these energy issues and coming up with energy efficiency solutions in that time. So it is, again, energy efficiency leading the way by our Silicon Valley companies and by the Silicon Valley Leadership Group through support of this Data Center Efficiency Summit that we're continuing this energy efficiency renaissance in Silicon Valley that's going to continue to help us solve a lot of our forward energy issues. So I am really excited to be part of this event. I'm very excited to be working with the Silicon Valley Leadership Group, who not only takes leadership on energy efficiency, but also in renewable energy, biofuels, smart grid, and many other very notable and timely industries here in Silicon Valley and things that we need to solve some of our energy issues.